I often hear people telling me, yes, it's all nice and great, but I don't like advertising myself. That's a funny reflection when you're working in communication, because I would love to see better advertising. I don't like bad advertising, but you probably most of the time do not even notice this is advertising. And this is where advertising is so powerful. So I picked up one commercial I think is pretty telling. Let's watch it. I think it's an amazing commercial. I hope you liked it as well. And that's a story anyone can understand. What does it say? It says basically there is a persecutor, which is a system, and this entire retirement house. And there is someone who's a victim of that, this guy who wants to run and has been running his entire life. And finally you see the rescuer coming in, which is his group of friends and the support that you can get for your dreams. And you've seen it's a commercial for Adidas. What is most interesting in this particular advertising is that it wasn't built by Adidas. It wasn't produced by Adidas. It was produced by students of 22 years old of a school in Baden-Württemberg, which is specializing in commercials. So you have students of 22 years old who can probably make you emotionally engaged, and for some of you, like I did probably the first time, slightly cry as well. This is an amazing capacity of storytelling, and these people have been trained their entire life, and they're only 22 years old, to build these sort of stories. What does it tell me? It tells me already that we are on very specific expertise telling stories. Let's watch something that is more EU-based, and you will see a similar concept behind it. It's called Looking Back. It's a German production for showing the benefits of EU-funded project in social skills and social help. You will see if it's told in German, it doesn't really matter, because the video itself, the images, are telling the story for us.
Freiberg in Sachsen wie in Jena.
Hey, mir reicht das! Denkst du, du kannst alles mit mir erfüllen?
Ey, was soll das?
Ich gehe raus, holt dir jetzt der Verweis von der Schule ab.
Hey, Prost.
Das sind doch deine hier, oder? Ja, will ich die wieder sehen?
Der 35-jährige Weise aufgefahren.
Hier ist dazu.
Hörst du so? Das ging gar nicht.
Once again, we have a similar dramatic triangle in this video with this young guy who starts to fall. He's a victim, falling again once because of society, because of the system, because of his inability to catch up with the demands and sometimes the influence of external people. And finally, the rescuer comes at the very end in the form of this series of workshops. This is vocational training for youngsters who have troubles fitting in society, and that save him. And so it's pretty amazing as a commercial because is using a real actor, not an actor, but a real person as an actor who's himself got this training, vocational training, and saved his life. What I want to show you is these are called marketing videos, which means they are trying to sell us an idea or a product in the case of the Adidas commercial. But they rely on a great number of steps you might not be able to take yourself. And this is where you shouldn't compare your production to these ones. Why? Because the minimum number of steps I listed to make this sort of video happen is about 12. You first need to decide on an objective, get a budget, and planning. The second step would be somewhere to drive people to watch, to go once they watch this commercial. So whether a website or a shop in the case of Adidas. Then you need to have a scriptwriter or professional copywriter, someone who's been doing that for years. You probably need to review 5 or 6 times the concept before it goes into storyboarding and then production planning. Then you will hire a director, his assistants, a director of photography who is the person making the frame of the video. Then after the whole production happened, that would cost you probably in the order of 10 to 50,000 euros. You get a video editor who's editing the video. Then after that you have another layer called color grading, sound mixing. This is all what we call post-production. And then finally you release that on multiple platforms. You need to very much optimize all the release as well, which is called SEO, search engine optimization. And finally, if you want people to see it, you will need a boost with social media advertising or media planning if you are going for TV broadcasting. These are the minimum amount of steps you need to take in order to make your video work. In fact, even with that, you have about 0.1% of chances to get viral. You've heard that, get viral, make me a viral video. Well, 0.1% of chance means 1 out of 1,000. If you're betting everything you have on not having the competence, not knowing how to hire people, not going through the right channels and production agencies, for instance, and you're betting on to getting viral, which is 1 out of 1,000 chances, I'm pretty sure you will understand this is not a good strategy and this is not very rational. So these sort of videos are better produced by people who only do that in life, who are professional storytellers. So why this particular course is called storytelling then? Because there is a difference, a massive difference between 2 types of storytelling. The storytelling that pushes a product or an idea forward so as to recruit people, and the second type of storytelling that we will cover together. In fact, if you're interested in the theory behind it, you would probably understand the distinction between direct marketing, which means trying to sell something directly, and public relations, which is attracting the attention of journalists or people who might relay my message. And by attracting their attention, letting them be the storytellers. So instead of crafting the story yourself, you're trying to call the attention of other storytellers who will craft that story for you. This is the main distinction between the 2 types of storytelling structure we will see, and we will focus entirely on storytelling structure that can generate public relations gains.